I don't know how you do it. No coffee every day? Maybe it's a teacher thing. Good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday. I hope you guys are hanging in there. It has been an incredible past few days. I feel like today is Wednesday, but a whole month has gone by in the past 2 days. It has been a whirlwind. So when life seems to be a bit of a whirlwind, I like to bring myself back to things that I can and cannot control. And that kind of reminded me of an activity that I've done in the past with this circle during standardized state testing. So I've done this with students in the past before we do like the Wisconsin Forward exam. And it's just a really great reminder of things that we can control as we prepare for the test and things we can't control. Well, I want to look at that a little bit differently today, and I want to focus on in your life right now, wherever this video finds you, at home, or maybe you're one of my friends who watches these videos and you're still trying to work. Maybe it's in a different capacity. Maybe you are still going to work. Maybe you're working from home. I think it's helpful for us all to take 5 minutes and think about what can we control in this situation and what can't we control. And that will help ground us moving forward, and to just let some of that stuff go that you can't control. Because trying to control what we can't control is going to really frustrate us. So, I want to talk, Rocky, don't worry, I got you, you're safe. So I want to talk about our board here. At the top I have things I can't control, and those things, I put a whole bunch of situations on sticky notes, and I'm going to hold them up, and Rocky and I are going to decide if they go on things I can't control or things that I can control. Now I'm answering these questions based off of my own personal experiences, so the answers to some of these specific situations might be different in your own circumstances. There's a number of different things, like how we spend our days here at home probably look different than how you're spending your days. Maybe your background will impact some of these things. Maybe mental health will impact some of these things. So I just want to say that just because I mark something as something I can control or can't control, it might not be the same for you. And that's why I'm encouraging you to do something very similar today in your own journal. So we're going to start with this activity, and then I'm going to read you guys my journal entry for today, and then I have a bonus little challenge for you to do if you so choose. All right, so, oh my gosh, there's so many things to start with. Let's start with the one that a lot of people are struggling with right now, and that's canceled events. So I think it's important to acknowledge that all of us, like literally all of us, including Rocky, have experienced a canceled event over the past week or so, something that we've been looking forward to, whether it's a sporting event, a spring break vacation, just like going into a work meeting. A lot of those things have been canceled. So I'm going to put that on the outside of the circle because I can't control those things. I am not in charge of making those decisions, nor would I want to be. So it's going to go on the outside of the circle. And very similarly, school closing is not something I can control. If I'm being totally honest with you all, our school closing has been really difficult for me, and I know for a lot of other fellow teachers out there, this is not a vacation for us that we want. A lot of our schools are scrambling with what to do. I know my school is doing all optional learning right now, just like enrichment at home, and we're planning over the next week or so to transition to online instruction. And that's not something that any of us signed up for. It's not something that we prefer, but it's sort of like the necessary task that we've been given. So I just want to point out, school closing is not something I can control. It's okay for me to be upset and disappointed. I went into school and got all of my plants, all of like the stuff to make the videos, like this buzzer is just still bringing me so much joy, you guys. It really is. It's a really good stress relief. Like, just when I woke up this morning and there was snow outside, which is a great segment into the weather. Can't control the weather. All right, so I think we need to like put in a few things that we can control because this is starting to feel a little bleak. Okay, so I can control my response in some ways. So my response to school closing has been feelings of complete overwhelm. So I might not be able to control those emotions because sometimes I feel like my emotions are really overwhelming me. It's okay to feel those emotions from school closing, obviously. It's after those emotions have kind of settled down and I've allowed myself the time to process. I mean, like my response, like moving forward, what am I doing? So I'm creating these videos every day. I know that people are watching them. I know that they bring me joy. Are you booping the paper? They give me something to do every morning right now before I start the rest of my day. And I think it's been a really good way to connect. So that's what I mean by my response. Like I can't control the emotions I feel, but after those emotions have subsided, it's what do I do next that I can control. All right, how I spend my time. I can somewhat control that right now. I'm going to put that in the circle. So I'm still setting an alarm in the morning. I'm still getting dressed and getting ready in the morning, even though it would be so tempting to stay in my pajamas all day. How I spend my time is something that I can control. Let's see, daily routines, I think kind of goes right next to that one. I've been sticking to my daily anchors and it's been really helpful. Today's daily anchor of taking Rocky for a WALK might have to be a little bit shorter than it was yesterday because someone was not happy this morning. But you know what, Rocky, we've already decided that the weather is something we cannot control. So we're gonna let it go. Taking care of myself, that's something that I can control, but I will admit there's been times in my life when feelings have been so overwhelming that I don't even know what I need to take care of myself. So right now I'm able to do that, but as I said, this is my own circumstances right now. Other people! We know we cannot control other people. And I think, oh, this one goes hand in hand. What other people think of me, can't control that whatsoever. So we're just going to let that outside of the circle because worrying about that is a fool's errand. Ways I speak to myself. So the thoughts that I'm having, sometimes I feel like they're just being fired at me, and sometimes I can't really prevent those from happening, but it's catching myself and saying things like, no, we're not gonna dwell on that negative thought. We're gonna focus on the positive and that you are trying your best. Trying your best, ways I speak to myself. I can control when I ask for help. These two Post-its are very similar. So this one says, when I ask for help, I can control. Can I control when I need help? Not always. Sometimes circumstances in life don't allow us to prepare for those times that we need help. So when I need help, I'm going to put on the outside of the circle, but when I ask for help, I'm going to put on the inside of the circle. So I'm super excited. Today at 10 o'clock, I am going on a Google Hangouts call with my fellow English teachers at GDS, and I'm so excited because we knew it was time to ask each other for help. Like, how are we going to process moving to all online teaching for the foreseeable future until we're told that we're able to go back to school? We can ask each other for help with that. So I'm so thankful to have help of friends. This is a big one. Who I follow on social media, I 100% can control this. And I would like to just give you permission, not that you need it, but you totally have permission to unfollow, mute, disable your account, whatever you need to do especially during times like this, when people feel like they have so much voice to be negative or to spread panic. Who I follow on social media is controlled by me, and how much time I spend on social media and just consuming any kind of media like the news, that's something that I can control. All right, my past, everybody's favorite. 100% is something you cannot control. Let that go. Dwelling on it is not going to help anything. But the boundaries that I set in my life, based on what I've experienced in the past, I can set those things, and it's okay to say, nope, I don't want to watch that TV show anymore. It used to be one of my favorites, but now it's not making me feel great about myself. Or I used to always check in with a friend, but now every time I call him, I feel negative about it, or whatever. Like, you can totally set boundaries, and if other people have strong feelings about boundaries you've set, that's okay, because again, that's outside of the circle. We can't control that. I'm going to read for you my journal entry for today. This morning I awoke to a world blanketed in snow. Not a welcome sight. Just yesterday I took a 3-mile walk in gorgeous weather. Mother Nature has a way of reminding us how little we control the outside world. While there are multitudes of circumstances I cannot control, I found it helpful to remind myself what I can control. I can't control a pandemic. I can't control other people's actions, the weather, or the next big headline. I need to let go of the things that I cannot control and cling to the things that I can control. I can control my daily routine. I can control the next steps I will take. I can control my daily media consumption. Sometimes my emotions make me feel like I'm on a roller coaster that I just want to get off. Those are the times that I'm going to gently remind myself that I am the operator of my own ride, but I don't own the whole 2020 theme park. I'm going to take a deep breath and control what I can. I want to also acknowledge that feeling the feelings of disappointment and sadness over the things that we cannot control is totally okay. So that leads me to my next step. So those of you who are my students, I'm going to post in Google Classroom a really quick Google form that's going to sort of help with my video for tomorrow. I want to allow for a space where we can share something that we're disappointed by. Oh, did you just do a big stretch? Something we're disappointed by. So like, I can give an example. I am disappointed by the fact that I can no longer go on my spring break vacation, which was to go to Dollywood in Tennessee. I was really super excited about visiting a tacky theme park. But you know what? Can't control it. Gonna let it go. So I'm gonna have you share something that you are, genuinely disappointed that you can't do it anymore. And I want to save space for that. I want to provide a space for you to share out, like, hey, I'm really disappointed that I can't go to dance class anymore. It's something that I look forward to every week, and now I can't go for who knows how long. And I want to share out a list, so I will make a list on our handy dandy easel of things that people are having to say, let's hold off on that for now. But then I also want to provide a space for you to share unexpected sunshine. So you could think of it as a silver lining, but I'm thinking of it as unexpected sunshine. So it's kind of like getting a forecast for rain. So you see, like, tomorrow, I'm just using an example. Let's say tomorrow there's supposed to be thunderstorms. Obviously, I hope not, as it's snowing currently outside. Let's say tomorrow is supposed to be really cloudy with a chance of thunderstorms. But when I wake up tomorrow, it's beautifully sunny, and the weather forecast has completely changed. That's unexpected sunshine. So I want you to think of something that has come from all of this that has been unexpected sunshine. So my example of this has been time to rest. I am a go, go, go kind of person, and my unexpected sunshine in this whole experience has been time to just sit and rest, which is something that I will admit I'm not very good at doing. But my rest has included things that I love doing, like reading and listening to music and hanging out on Google Hangouts with some of my really great friends. So I want you to share something that you're disappointed with, and then also unexpected sunshine. And then tomorrow I'm going to share them anonymously, but I'll put them up on the board. And it's just a really good venue for you guys to let those things go and to celebrate the good things that we are seeing. So cheers to you, my friends. We're halfway through the week. I hope that you have an enjoyable day, and wherever this video finds you, I hope it finds you well. Stay gold, everybody. Cheers.